So there's a little thing on the top of my head from my hair and I can't get it to stay down. So I think we're just gonna have to deal with the fact that my hair is insanely poofy today. Hey guys, it's Maggie and today I'm doing my top 10 books of 2017. So this year I read around 45 to 47 books. I'm saying that because I'm reading 2 books right now when this video goes up and it's Christmas Eve. So I have like a week, so I don't know what my actual reading count is, but it's in the 40s. My goal was 60, whatever. This was addressed in another video. Go watch it if you want. Anyways, this was really hard to pick. I read so many good books this year and it was really hard to put them in an order. I shifted books around a ton, and yeah, so let's just jump in. A disclaimer, which I feel like everyone does, not all of these books were released in 2017. I'm just gonna put that out there. So coming in at number 10 is Ever the Hunted by Erin Summerhill. I read this in January, so way back, almost a year ago, and this book was so good. I read it with Lindsay over at thehufflepufflebooks back when our book club was still a thing, but then that ended in February, I think. So we never really talked about this book, I don't think, but it was so good. I was thinking about it the other day and then I realized the second book is out and I need to get the second book, and I'm probably gonna get that after Christmas so I can read it as one of my first reads for 2018 because I think it's a good way to start off the new year. Coming in at number 9 is Alex and Eliza, a love story by Melissa De La Cruz. This one, I did a review for this book on my channel. You can go find it if you would like. I read this sometime in the summer, July, June, July area. So cute. I'm not going to get too much into these books because I have a lot to get through, but I really enjoyed this one. It's so cute. It's like a cute little contemporary love story set in the 1700s. Which, I don't know, I love historical fiction and I love Hamilton, so this was like perfect. So if you love any of those two things, you should read this. Coming in at number 8 is Always and Forever, Lara Jean by Jenny Han. This book came out this year. I want to say in the middle of the year, May-ish? I'm not sure, don't quote me on that. This is the 3rd book in the To All the Boys I Loved Before series, and it was such a great wrap up to the series. This book was one of my most anticipated reads for the year, so I was very excited to read it, and I blew through this so fast. This book is so cute. This series is so cute. I mean, what more could you need? It ended, it wrapped up everything that I was like, all the questions I had were answered, so I'm very happy with how this series turned out, and I miss these characters already. Coming in at number 7, I read this book through my local library, so I don't have it with me, but it's Donal and Dante Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Symes, and this book, oh my god, this book, I read it, I can't, I love this book. I love this book so much, you guys. It is so cute and it's beautiful. I can't even describe how beautiful this book is. I love it. I love it. And I read this one, I want to say in January, February, so earlier in the year, and it like, I went to the library and I picked up like 6 books, and this was the first one I read out of them, and I was like, life changed, guys. This book is so good. So coming in at number 6 is Trials of Apollo, Book 2, The Dark Prophecy. I love the Percy Jackson series so much. This series has been with me since I was like a child. Obviously not as long as Harry Potter, but definitely since my middle school years. And Trials of Apollo is like the sequel series to The Heroes of Olympus, which is the sequel series to the Percy Jackson series. So basically, I've read all these books, and this series is so good. It's so funny. Apollo has been, you know, punished and sent down to Earth to live as a 16-year-old boy, and it's hilarious, his adventures he goes on. And, you know, we have reoccurring appearances from Percy, which is hilarious because Percy is clearly so over this, and like all the other characters, and we have new characters. And of course, we all know that my review for the first book, I talked about the arrow, which I forgot what the arrow's name is now, but like his magic arrow or whatever, and the arrow like sasses Apollo throughout the book, and it's so freaking funny. Like, I literally can't. Like, the arrow, it's so funny, and it's like, it's like sasses Apollo in like the Shakespearean language, which is freaking hilarious. So that's kind of the main reason I added this, because it's so funny, and it's Percy Jackson. Coming in at number 5, this one I'm sort of cheating. I'm putting 3 books together in one, but I don't have these because I listened to them through audiobook, and that is A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I love Victoria Schwab and her writing. Like, she is a genius. I have another one of her books on here that we will get to towards the end of this video. And oh my gosh, guys, I listened to all these books on audiobook and it took a few months to get through them. I'm not really sure when I started and ended them. I ended them sometime this past semester and I started them spring semester, so like I kind of took my time with these, and it's just, there's so much. Like, I have been wanting to read these books for so long because everybody on BookTube and Bookstagram and Book Twitter and Book Tumblr and like everywhere talks about him, and I was like, okay, like we'll see what the hype is. And there, I understand the hype. It is so good. I mean, you got the 4 Londons, you got Kel, Lila, magic, dark magic. What more do you need? Number 4 is a book I also don't have because I think I have it on loan to a friend, and that is The Darkest Minds by Alexandra Bracken. So I've read Passenger, haven't read Wayfarer yet, and I haven't read the other books in the Darkest Minds series, but I know she just announced that there's another book coming out with Zoo's point of view, and Zoo is a precious cinnamon roll. I love her. I haven't even gotten to book 2 yet of the series, but I already love Zoo. But this series is so good. It's being made into a movie, so if you guys haven't read that series, I suggest you do because oh my gosh, you're missing out. Coming in at number 3, I feel like this is going to be a shock because everyone has this book on their number 1. At least as for what I've seen, almost 90% of the top 10 books videos this year have this book as number 1, but I put it at number 3. And that is Lord of Shadows by Cassandra Clare. It was really hard to put books above these, but I had to because I couldn't find other places for these books, so it had to be put as number 3. I still love Cassandra Clare, guys. I still love, you know, the Dark Artifices series. I still love Mortal Instruments. You're gonna be okay. It's fine. This series ripped my heart out. I read it, you know, I got it the day it came out. I like went to Barnes & Noble like at the crack of dawn, read it in like 2 days. It was like 700 pages of pure pain and awesomeness and wonderful feelings, and wow, I'm not gonna say anything because I feel like whatever I say about this series will spoil something because you've got Infernal Devices and Mortal Instruments, so my heart. So number 2 is When Dipple Met Rishi by Sandia Menon, and I don't know if I'm saying her name right, so I apologize if I completely messed that up. But this book, guys, is so cute. I got an arc of it at Y'all West here in Los Angeles, and the book is obviously out in the world. Everyone's been talking about it. It's gotten like 5-star reviews, and it's so cute. You got, you know, the girl who doesn't want to fall in love with the boy who doesn't want to fall in love with the girl. What more can you want in contemporary books, guys? Coming in at number 1 for 2017 is Our Dark Duet by Victoria Schwab. Guys, I just read this book last week and I moved everything around to fit this as my number 1 because wow, shook. This duology ripped my heart out. If you've read this book, you understand what I mean. Because I finished it at midnight and I was sitting in my rocking chair like where I read, and I was like, there has to be more. Like I was like going through the acknowledgements. I was like, there's more, right? Like this isn't it. No, it's it. And I'm a little hurt, a little bit, but I'll get through it. I have all of 2018 to grieve, so it's gonna be fine. But I put this book as my number 1 for this year because it is just so good, and you should read all of Victoria Schwab's books. So, and that is it for today's video. So thanks so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.